Hi, I read The Giver, a science fiction novel written by Louise Laurie. The setting. The setting is a utopian society that there are no decisions to be made and everything is perfect. Everyone is assigned a job and everyone's assigned a family unit and everyone's assigned a spouse. There's no decision making in the whole town and utopian society. Some of the main characters are Jonas, Fiona, and Asher. Jonas, Asher, and Fiona have been friends since they're young kids, and they are what is kind of centered around this whole book. Jonas is the main character, and Fiona and Asher are side characters. Jonas is nervous about the assignment he'll get. This is like the beginning of the plot of this book. Jonas is nervous of the job he'll get, and he doesn't know what he would get because they have this system where you go and volunteer at different places when you're a kid, and that's how they decide what job you're going to get. But he volunteered at many different places, so they never really knew exactly where he would volunteer or work. Okay, so I found this book a long time ago. My aunt actually gave me the book for my birthday a long time ago, but it sat on my shelf collecting dust for a while. Mrs. Marry Me told me that it was a good book. So I actually started to read it, but then I took a break because I got tired of the beginning. And just recently I decided I'm going to try to get into 50 pages of it and then see how far I'll get from there. So I actually read 50 pages and I love it actually, which is cool. My favorite part of the book is how people don't make decisions, and I think it's really interesting and intriguing that no one makes decisions and everyone gets along, but also like everyone gets along, everything's perfect, but also it takes away our individual freedoms. So I thought that was interesting because it's like they give up their individual freedoms for perfect peace and no war, and also no emotions, no feelings. That's kind of what they give up for eternal peace. This book makes me feel strange because, I don't know, I feel weird about reading the book sometimes because these decisions that Jonas makes with his life is he makes the decisions for his own freedom, but it's really could ruin his whole life. Like his whole family will be away from him. So he makes these big decisions, and in that utopian society, there's no forgiveness for making a big wrong decision because they would be released. Being released is, I don't want to spoil it, but like being released is when you are released from the society. Like older people will be released from the society when they get to a certain age, when they're elderly. And also sometimes newborns will get released because there might be different complications, if that makes any sense. You just have to read the book. So this is one of the questions, what I wish the author would have done differently. I don't think I wish she would have done anything differently, but I think it would have been nice if she expanded on the Giver's backstory. We don't really know much about the Giver except he had a spouse and also he had a daughter. And there's more things going about the daughter, but you have to read the book. But I don't really know about those kind of things, so that would be really interesting if they did a backstory on him in the book. I thought that would be kind of cool. So I think anyone would read this book. It's interesting, engaging, and it has a really good message in it. I suggest it to anyone. Me, I've really loved like reading Hunger Games, and I read some like the first two Divergent books. So I like science fiction, so maybe that's just me, but I think it's a really interesting book. Also, it's not too long. The chapters are about 10 pages each, which makes it easy to keep going through it. So I think it's a good book for anyone. And that is it. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.